So, good evening. I do believe we are live. So, yes, there you go, hubby. You're all keen to start, and here we are. Good evening, nice to see you. Englover, Count Beauty, I love your timing. Yeah, it tells me what sort of person you are. I always like to be exactly on time. Points of formality. Okay, what do I mean by points of formality? If something gets a low score in formality, if I give it a 2, it's the sort of thing that you would use when you're chatting to a mate. Hey mate, what do you think about this? And when I give something a 5, it normally means you can use it just about anywhere. When I give something an 8, a 9 or a 10 in formality, then this is only to use in a contract or a legal document or something like that. So, hi VG, hi Che, hi Alexei, and Baptista, nice to see you. I'm sorry about my disappearance last time. I'm having problems with my internet connection, and I can't guarantee that it's not going to happen again tonight. I keep getting micro or little cuts in internet from my provider. So, good evening, Jai, in Oakland, California. So it's probably, yeah, early afternoon. So, is it a candle? As light as a feather. That's quite good, Lavinia. Good evening, Lavinia. Shalom, Reynard. Good evening, Elena. Good evening, Hussein. Okay. Well, yeah, these things come to try us, and at least we did manage to get the lion's share of the class done. So, good evening, Elizabeth and Beatrice. Great to see you. Oh, Count Beauty, you're a smart cookie. Yes, it is very definitely. So, good evening, Beatrice. So you see this riddle here. It says, yeah, it's as light as a feather, but the strongest person can't hold it for more than 5 minutes. What is it? It's your breath. As Count Beauty said, and we had the answer from Che and the answer from Manjira. So, I think that's Anna from Russia. Hello, good evening. The breath, exactly, head through this. Good evening, Arpit. Okay, so we've got lots and lots of people in now, so it's a good point for us to start. 11 a.m. in California. And 4 o'clock in Brazil. I love it. Yeah, it's actually 8 o'clock here where I am. Wow, in Kathmandu in Nepal, it's probably midnight. Yeah, divers can hold their breath very well. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's probably time for us to start, isn't it? Let's try an idiom to get the ball rolling, as they say. And so, where does this go? Oh, yes, it goes here. Where lots of people coming in. Good evening, Tanetra. So, Arpit, if it's 12:30, you're in India, very definitely. Good evening, Tanetra, as I said. Hello, Asma. And Subhash, good evening. Baptista, 8 o'clock in Italy as well. 4 hours behind me, Victor. So, 8 p.m. in Sicily. 5 minutes is a bit more, it's a bit much to hold one's breath for. But it says the strongest person can't hold it for more than 5 minutes. Yeah, so nice to meet you, Maha. And Vitaly. So, yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Vitaly. You're quick out of the blocks as always. So, yes, Che, you could say he asked the question, but this word Vitaly and Chabi have used to pop the question. So, Englover, you'd just say he proposed. No more than that. And Beatrice, he proposed to her to pop the question. It's It's an informal way of doing it. So you could just say he proposed. He proposed. P-R-O-P-O-S. He proposed to her. Yeah, but he popped the question. We use this phrase to pop the question, to ask somebody to marry them. Good evening, Assad. Nice to see you. Okay, so, good evening, Peter. Yeah, that's Peter 17 from Mexico. Lovely. Not to say, you could say he asked the question, but the really good way of doing it is to pop the question. Yeah, he popped the question, and we all know which question it is. He said, will you marry me? Yeah, so he probably got down on one knee. So, to pop the question, to propose to somebody. And there we've got it. To pop means to go. Yeah, to pop in. Pop into my house later on and we can have a cup of coffee. Absolutely, Tanetra. Pop over, pop round to my house. A pop-up window, it suddenly appears. Yeah? To pop up. Is like a pop quiz. So, a pop quiz, this is pop music, pop for popular. British understatement culture. Woof, yes, everything in British culture is much less than the reality. Yeah? We always understate everything. Ooh, to better your grammar. Well, to bolster your grammar's pretty good. So, let's have a look. Is this next one here yet? Okay, it's definitely here. Here. So, yes, let's see. Good evening, Hanse. So, Javi, definitely. Hare and whale. Yeah, you got the wrong ones, Vitalia, but you got it right. Hare, to pop, to explode as well. Hare, let your guard down. Call it a day. Let your guard down. I like that. And call it a day. Let's call it a day. But to call it a day is to stop working. But firstly, you let your hair down. Let your guard down. Be more relaxed, I guess. Woof. Book recommendations for idioms. Use the list in Wiktionary, Hussein. Go to Wiktionary and put Wiktionary idioms and you will find the most massive list of idioms you could imagine. And that's great to get through this. To have a whale, not a wait, a whale of a time. A whale's this huge animal that lives in the sea. So, yeah, to have a couple of drinks and let your hair down, and then you can have a whale of a time. Pop, explode, very definitely, Subhash. Yeah? So, let your hair down. Yeah? Or, to have a whale of a time. Okay, VG? Hair. Okay, well, that's it. VG, we just continue repeating until you remember. Yeah, to have a whale of a time, that's the idea. Yeah, let's have a mammifero. Let's have a really good time. Let's paint the town red, but that's a bit stronger. Yeah? So, let's have a look at the next one. Ooh, and there's actually a mistake in it. I need to... That's better. Okay, so let me just paste the next one. I think maybe you know the next one. And that's pasted now. So, what's a whale of a time? If a time. A whale of a time. A whale of a time is to have a really good time. What about the next live? It'll be same time, same channel. Every week, Sunday evening, I do these. Are idioms used very often in daily English? Very definitely. We use them informally the whole time. Yeah, so Elizabeth, if you want to actually talk to people, they're very common. They're much less common in writing and things like that. But when you are speaking to people, they use them. Here time is countable. Notice Englover, a time, once, twice, 2 times, as opposed to time uncountable. So, you can lead A. We've got lots of good answers here. Vitalia, as always. Anya, well done. Beatriz, yes. Okay. And Javi, that's really good. You can lead A. It's not a cow, it's a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but a time on. A time. Okay, but you can't make it drink. Okay, so you're worried about this a time. A time is 1 time, a whale of a time, an incident. A whale of a time. Ha! You can lead an egg to the pan, but you can't fridge it. I love it. So, good evening, Jai. Second American by way of Nigerian. Ah, okay, yes. But your American friends understand American American idioms. Yeah, I'm sure of it. The British tend to use a lot of these. So the next one's about problems. Also, idioms are fun. Yeah. You shouldn't twist somebody's arm. Absolutely, Nazia. It's a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So you can offer people something that's good for them, but you need them to be motivated. You need them to want to do it. Otherwise, it's like taking a horse. You can put it to the water, but if it's not thirsty, it's not going to drink. No problem for the tardiness, Antonio. You're here. So, that's very good, Vitalia. You're always out of the blocks like lightning. So, problems tend to come in groups. Yeah? So, when it rains, it pours. Yes. So, Chair, that's good as well. When it rains, it pours. So notice, when it does, it does. I like that. When it comes, it comes. No, it's saying when there's a bit of rain, a problem, it pours. You get lots and lots of problems. When it rains, it pours. That's the idea, Baptista. So this idea of to pour with rain, it's pouring with rain. This is the phrase that we use in English to say it's raining a lot. It's pouring with rain. Yeah? Okay, so when it rains, it pours. When you get one problem, you suddenly get 10. They come in groups, and that's the problem. So, already, it's an all sound with a tiny, tiny bit of L. That all sound. It's very difficult, Englover. I think idioms and communication are more important than grammar on. So, pause, absolutely. It pours, P-A-W-S, or even pause, P-A-U-S-E. Similar to a double whammy, yeah. It's like a double whammy. I like that, AA. Okay, so misfortune never comes alone. Ooh, that's a great one. I love it, Vitalia. Misfortune never comes alone. Misfortune never comes alone. That sounds great. Okay. When it rains, it pours. No, you need to use it negatively, I think. Okay, so, yeah, this next one, Vitalia's already got this one. I'm going to have to accept what Nazia said. Up the stake, Egypt. I guess bets as well, but this one that Vitalia used and this one that Count Beauty used to up the ante. Up the duff means pregnant, Hussein. Up the stakes, up the ante. Let's see, when you're playing poker or a game where you're gambling, the ante is the money that you put on the table before you even receive your cards or before you look at it. It's like the initial bet. So if you up the ante, you make it much more, you make it a bigger bet. And that we use that metaphorically to mean to make it more important. So stake is the money that's gambled, Lavinia. Yeah? And ante, as I'm saying, the ante is the money that you bet, particularly at poker, before you receive the cards. It's the money that you put in to be able to play before there are any bets. Take a notch up. Take it up a notch, Habby. Take it up a notch. So a stake is the money that you gamble. So, Lavinia, if you want to play lottery, you need to buy a ticket. That money that you buy the ticket with, that is your stake. Yeah? Yeah, ante means before or in front of in Latin, and that's the point, Baptista. It's the money you put down before you even know what's going to happen. Stakes, money, absolutely, Hilda. Okay, so to up the ante, to make it to make the possible losses higher. Yeah, so if you're gambling and you up the ante, you increase the stakes. Take it up a notch, take it down a notch, or tone it down a notch. Yeah, I like those phrases. I put my money at stake exactly on, and the initial money is the ante. And that's the idea with this. So the ante is the first money that you put up. Yeah, it's the first money that you put at stake. Okay, so that's the idea of up the ante. So let's have a look at this next one. I'm not sure it's here. You've never gambled. That's a good thing, Lavinia. Gambling is a tax on optimism, maybe. Englover likes it. It depends. Different people have different opinions. No, I'm not a gambler either. I don't play these games. So, Vitalia, as always. Wow, Lavinia, that was quick. And Tomek, exactly. So, if you choose not to notice something bad, you turn a blind eye. And that's the point, yeah? You turn a blind eye. Oh, to turn a deaf ear as well. I think that's very good. I quite like that. A tax on ignorance, sir. I love it. Okay, so if you choose not to notice something bad, you can look the other way. To look the other way is a very good one as well. Turn a blind eye. So if you use your blind eye, you can't see it. To turn a deaf ear also works. And I like this one that Habby used, to look the other way. To connive at, and that's the idea of it. Yeah, if you're conniving, you're doing things that are not really very good. They're not what you should be doing. It's interesting. The text here has stopped moving. Okay, so then let's change, and now it, or actually, shall we have one more? Yeah, this one we've seen before as well. So let's cut and just paste one last one. This one I think you know. This one's a fun one as well. Yeah. So this talks about learning by living. Yeah. It means just growing up. To turn away. So, let's see. To turn a blocked eye, no, a blind eye. To connive at is to allow somebody to do something bad without actually saying anything about it. So you tacitly allow them to do it. Yeah? Deaf. Deaf. Yeah, so that very good. We're starting to get some answers here. So the University of Life, this very definitely you all know. But do you know the other one? Yeah. The School of Life, you can use the School of Life, but they use another phrase with the school one. To overlook, well, to turn a deaf ear is you can either overlook it or not see it. So, Elena, congratulations, Elena. So, the School of Hard Knocks. Yeah, or the University of Life. Good. Tacitly. That's a good word. And you're there, Vitalia. Knox with a K, Victor Gabriel. The University of Life or the School of Hard Knocks. I made it some time ago. Yeah, this is learning on the streets. That's the idea of it. You learn you learn through what's actually what actually goes on in life, because they're lots. University of Hard Knocks, no. School of Life works. University of Life, but the School of Hard Knocks. Yeah? The WhatsApp University, that's very good. And Nazia, Hard Knocks, exactly. Yeah, I'm not very happy with the University of Hard Knocks. It doesn't really work. So we're going to have a story now. Wow. So this one's called The Farmer and the Fox. Streetwise, that's good, Antonio. Yeah. Streetwise, that's what the School of Hard Knocks is, or the University of Life. So, The Farmer and the Fox. Yeah, and we want to know, what did the farmer do and why? And what moral would you give the story? So the question bit's easy. What did the farmer do and why? What moral would you give the story? There's a double L there. That doesn't look good. Would you give the story? That looks better to me. So listen. The Farmer and the Fox. Where did it go? I see where it went. That's fine. Hasn't gone anywhere. So, okay. A wicked farmer envied his neighbour's abundant crops. He wanted to destroy the fruits of his neighbour's labour. So he caught a fox, poured oil on its tail, and then set light to the fox's tail. He then let the fox loose in his neighbour's crops. The fox, however, did not go where it was sent. Instead, the fox ran the other way and set fire to the crops of the man who had let it loose. And that's it. So, let me read it again. A wicked farmer envied his neighbour's abundant crops. He wanted to destroy the fruits of his neighbour's labour. So he caught a fox, poured oil on its tail, and then set light to the fox's tail. He then let the fox loose in his neighbour's crops. The fox, however, did not go where it was sent. Instead, the fox ran the other way and set fire to the crops of the man who had let it loose. Lol, yes. Smart, bright, intelligent, Hilda. A smart guy, an intelligent guy, bright. Worst farmer ever, exactly, Yoshi. So, what did the farmer do, and why did he do it? First come the hard knocks, then the good life. I guess you're right, Englover. A brain box, Hilda. I'm still thinking about answers to your questions. Envious people only hurt themselves. That's good. I don't know, a farmer was green with envy. That's good, AA. Abud, love your neighbour, yet to pull down your own hedges. That's the idea of the story. Like instant karma. Yeah, what goes around comes around. Farmers in India, farmer's story. What a connection. So, what did the farmer do? Bad intentions can oftentimes backfire. That's really good English, Antonio. I like it. Oftentimes backfire. To backfire, something you do and it fires back at you and you hurt yourself. That's a great word. I think I'm going to put that here. To backfire. Self-inflicted. So, Count Beauty, the farmer caught a fox, oiled its tail, that's good English, and sent it to the neighbour's crops to spoil them. He wanted to destroy the fruits of his neighbour. That'll work. The moral is, do not do to others that which you wouldn't want for yourself. Baptista. The farmer hired a fox, okay, he caught it, to set his neighbour's crops on fire because of envy. That's good English. Javi, the farmer who was green with envy, tried to blaze. You can't use blaze as a verb. To turn his neighbour's fields into a blaze. But his plan unexpectedly backfired. To blaze. A trailblazer. To blaze, you're thinking about that one. To blaze, normally in English I would use to mean to go fast. He tried to turn his neighbour's fields into a blaze. Tomek, the farmer envied his neighbour's amount of crops, so he wanted to destroy it. Using a fox. It turned out that it didn't work as planned. Good, Tomek. Lavinia. The farmer is envious of his neighbour's crops, so he caught a fox and burnt and set fire to his tail in order to destroy his neighbour's crop. But the fox changes direction and goes to the farmer's crop. That's pretty damn good, Lavinia. Well done. Manjira. The farmer oiled the fox's tail and ignited it to set fire to his neighbour's crops out of envy over the abundant harvest. That's good English, Manjira. Getting a taste of one's own medicine. That's good Englover. Beatrice. We always get what we deserve. Good moral. Lavinia, the moral. Don't do to other people what you don't want for yourself. That's good. Whosoever digs a pit shall fall in it. I love that, Mohammed. That's very good. Renyard, the wicked farmer set the fox tail on fire. He wished to destroy his neighbour's crops. The moral, one cannot control evil which was sown. That's very good, Renyard. Elizabeth. Envy led the farmer to catch the fox, put its tail into oil, and set fire to it. Then he sent it to the neighbour's garden, the neighbour's fields, to destroy the crops. But the fox went the other way and destroyed the farmer's crops. I love this, Asma. As you sow, so shall you reap. So notice, Elizabeth, set fire, but it needs to be transitive. Set fire to it. You can't use set fire intransitively, Elizabeth. So, Che, the farmer decided to destroy, because he was green with envy, another farmer's abundant and luscious harvest by catching a fox and sending it to that place. But his bad intentions ricocheted, and Antonio, It's best to do what you would be done by. Yes, do as you would be done by. What's blaze? To blaze is to burn very strongly. A blaze is a fire. So London was blazing during the Great Fire of 1665, I think, maybe 1666. So, it rebounded on himself. Hussein, the farmer, caught the fox. Whoops. I got completely lost. Where am I? I'm completely lost. It's just jumped about 10 people. Okay, here we are. Hussein. The farmer caught the fox by pouring oil on its tail and making a fire. Well, he caught the fox and then he poured the oil on its tail to make the fire. AA, do bad things and evil will come to you. That's good. Do good things and good will come to you. That's pure karma. Human, ill intentions always bounce back. That's great. Abud, in Arabic we say if you dig a hole for your competitor, you eventually fall into it. That's good English. Abud. Victor Gabriel. He caught a fox, put oil on its tail, put fire on it. No, set fire to it. And then set the fox loose in their crops because he wanted to destroy them. Moral. Everything that goes comes back later. That's great. Elena. The farmer poured oil on the tail of the fox and sent him to set fire sent him to set on fire his neighbour's crops. That's correct, Elena, because he was envious of the abundant harvest. Moral. Bad intentions bear bad fruit. That's pretty good. Ricardo. The farmer tried to destroy by fire an innocent animal in the fields of his neighbours. Yeah, the English is fine. Che. What goes around indeed does come around, like karma, whether it's bad or good. Elizabeth. Bad intentions led to bad consequences. Good English. Tomek. The moral is don't play with fire. Exactly. Alexei. He caught a fox and wanted to use it against his neighbour farmer. He set the fox's tail on fire, Alexei, and sent it to destroy his neighbour's farm so as to eliminate his rival's business. Don't get mad. That's pretty good. Anya. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's perfect English. That's from the Bible. Chabi. The fox outfoxed his owner's plan and betrayed him because they didn't get along. I like that phrase, to outfox. Alexei. With empathy, very definitely. AA. The farmer had to face the music. Lavinia. The moral is don't do to other people, notice O-T-H-E-R, Lavinia, not A, what you don't want for yourself. Beatrice. The farmer tried to set fire to the neighbour's crops because he was jealous of the neighbour's crop. Good. And Baptista. Do not do to others what you do not wish done to yourself. Good. Yeah. Okay, Manjira. Ill intentions often retaliate as a boomerang. You could just say ill intentions often boomerang, Manjira. Che. If we say you put a if you put a stone, you go the other way and it comes back to you, or something like that. Okay, Che. Scorpio. So, Che. To rebounded, but it's cut out. That was the word. 1666 for the Great Fire, Enyard. Very good. Shipshape and Bristol fashion. Yeah, in perfect order. So, the farmer took his own medicine, through this. Englova, the farmer got a taste of his own medicine. And so, blaze. Blaze is a big fire. Yeah. And Hussein, moral It's not greed that drives the world, but envy. That's good, Hussein. Beatrice, do not do what you would never wish to yourself. And yeah. So I can read this one, Englover. I don't know. It doesn't. This stream, I think YouTube had problems with it as well. Good evening, Katya. Better late than never. So, Ike Victor Gabriel, and the neighbours, not knowing his plans, must have given that man some of their crops later. I'm sure they did. Lavinia, the moral is don't take a fox to burn the neighbour's crops. And the fox was used as a scapegoat by the farmer to put his neighbour's livelihood down the drain. That's great. Baptista, yeah. I like the farmer got a taste of his own medicine. Scorpio, I blazed up this chat stream with my comments. Very good. So I need to put the original here. And let's see. So, and Control V. And let's try it. Yeah. Okay. So, we've got the words. It normally takes a minute or two to come through. I can't see, unfortunately, how they're doing it. So, a wicked farmer envied his neighbour's abundant crops. So, wicked, evil, bad, and his crops are the plants growing in his ground, wheat or rice or something like that. He wanted to destroy the fruits of his neighbour's labour. So the fruits of your labour are the product of what your work gives. So he caught a fox, poured oil on its tail, and then set light to the fox's tail. To set light to something. A pyromaniac sets light to buildings. He then let the fox loose in his neighbour's crops. The fox, however, did not go where it was sent. Instead, the fox ran the other way and set fire to the crops of the man who had let it loose. So, very good indeed. And wicked, immoral, absolutely, Hussein. Wicked, a bad man, wicked, evil. Moral from Beatrice, do not use a fox to blaze, to burn, to turn your neighbour's crop into a blaze. A fire blazes. The building was blazing. So notice, to blaze, it means to burn very strongly. The fire was blazing. But a person doesn't blaze a fire. The fire blazes. The fire needs to be your subject. Yeah, my voice is a bit tired today, Englover. And yeah, abundant, bumper, lots of. Yes, exactly, a bumper harvest. Condé. There have to beneath from each other, and then they can be good neighbours eventually. He then. What's wrong if we say then he? Nothing. He then he. You can do both. There's nothing wrong with it, AA. Your ill intentions will give you attention, but notoriously. Good on. Wicked is like nasty. Exactly. What incarnation, the wicked man must have said. Yes, something like that. The moral of the story is foxes are not smart. That's good, DN. And Emilio, bad intentions act like a boomerang. The person just trails a blaze. Yes, that's it, Habby. Good. That's very good indeed. So, my name's Alex, Scorpio. Okay, so we've had lots and lots of this, so let's have a couple of easy questions to finish up. So let's start. Give me 3 meanings for the word smart. Yeah, give me 3 different meanings between the word smart. Okay, give me 3 meanings for the word smart. So, bad, wicked, evil and mean. bad, good or bad? Wicked talks about immoral, sinful, not doing nice things. Wicked is probably more formal than evil. And mean is unpleasant, not generous with spirit. So bald movies, it's instant karma, exactly. Yeah. Okay, meanwhile, fox to farmer. Am I nothing to you? Absolutely. Man is greedy, mean is greedy, stingy, that's good. So, smart, Emilio, intelligent. And Lavinia, clever, intelligent, intuitive. Anya, elegant, intelligent. We need one more. We need the difficult one now. So, Hamed, the moral would be the way you treat others must be like how you'd like to be treated. Smart, clever, like a smartphone. Intelligent, clever. But the other one, if something smarts, it hurts. To smart is a sharp, stinging pain. So, I burnt myself and it smarts. I'm sure the fox's tail smarted after the being set light to it. Yeah. Yes, the third one, to feel a sharp, stinging pain. He slapped my face and it smarted. Ow, 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 to smart. So clever, intelligent, but also as a verb, to feel a stinging pain. Yeah, so that was the third one you didn't all know. So, good, Katya. Okay, next one then. Where are your knuckles? Where are your knuckles? Where are your knuckles? Where are your knuckles? To smart is to sting, to hurt. It's probably not very common, but it would work. It's certainly used. Ouch, that smarts. So where are your knuckles? Yes, none of you knew the third one probably. Does it? Yes, it smarts a lot when we get slapped. Absolutely, Victor Gabriel. So the knuckles are here, on your hand, on your fist. Yeah, smart can be witty, but notice, on the fingers. In the legs, no, in my fingers. These are your knuckles, yeah? You don't have knuckles on your neck, you have knuckles on your hand, just here. So cunning is smart, yes. Cracking the knuckles. I can never crack the knuckles. On the table to study hard, that's very good. Or they're probably white from trying to listen to me. At the base of my finger, that's very good, Mohammed. Okay, Blair, Alexei, to you too. There's also a middle knuckle. Well, I guess, this is probably the middle knuckle. Yeah, on your fist. Okay, guys and girls, enough for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. I'm really glad we haven't been interrupted tonight and we've been able to go the whole way through. So take care of yourselves, be safe, and you remember that you can watch the video of this later. It takes a while for the live chat to be incorporated in the video. It probably takes 6 or 8 hours for them to include that. Okay, Tomek, that's a good answer as well. So you've been a wonderful group as always. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next week then. Take care and goodbye.